Ironman New Zealand with the lovely Meredith Kessler. Huge trip.
Love it. Glad to be here. And I'm glad you're here too. This is a win-win situation.
It really, really is.
I love it.
Now, big trip from San Francisco all the way here. How long does it take you to get here?
Oh gosh, all in probably 20 hours plus, but once you drive and kind of accumulate all that stuff. But it's all good. We're here now. We're settled in. Husband's been fly fishing a few times. Did
he catch anything this year though?
He caught something yesterday. He was like a giddy schoolboy the whole time. Last night he was just chatting away about it. So it's good. He's out now doing his stuff while I'm doing my stuff. So we're all good. We love Taupo. It's good to be here.
And last year you were the reigning you are the reigning champion this year. It was the 70.3 last year because of the weather conditions. So you're looking forward to actually doing the full. I mean, the weather's looking fantastic.
This race deserves like good weather. So I know last year it was like it was a gong show with the wind and like everything, and I remember thinking it's good, it should change to half because doing 2 loops of that, but on the race day, because they changed it the next day, it was actually quite lovely. So it all came together, and the fact that they have a perfect, well, I know we're 2 days out, but I still, if it's like, it's been like this every day the past 3 days. So, but yeah, no pressure, just come in. It's my responsibility as defending champ just to try to have the best race I can muster, and I'm glad to be back.
And just speaking of being the defending champion, does that put pressure on you, or you just, every race is the same race?
Right. No, I mean, that sounds cliche, but I mean, it's really like more my responsibility. I'm really big into that. Pressure is such a heavy, heavy, complicated word. And of course you want to, as defending champ, it's like you have the weight on your shoulder, like, oh, it'd be nice to get the victory again. But it might not be my day I mean, I hope it is. I'm going to do everything I can, but things happen out of your control, or you just, may not have it on the day. I don't intend that. I don't think that. But if I let it build up to where that has to happen, then it's like mentally you're done. So you might as well just like take it off your shoulders and just chillax about it. So
embrace
it. Embrace it and just be thankful, which I am, that I even was able to come with the victory, 70.3 last year. And I remember Kelly Williamson actually wrote me this after and was like, how often can you be a 70.3 and Ironman champion all in one day? So like, that's the way I looked at it, which was really nice of her to say, because I didn't think about that. But then I thought, I keep getting credit for being, counted as like an Ironman champion, and so I feel guilty about that. So it's also kind of a way to redeem myself, even though this will be, my 48th full. So maybe it's lucky number 48. You just don't know.
I've heard 48 is a very lucky number.
It's such a random number, but it's good. Hey, why not?
So speaking of 48 Ironman races that you've done, you haven't actually done under a half Ironman distance triathlon, is that right?
Good memory stuff, yeah. No, this year will be my first year to do anything less than a half Ironman, so it'll be an Olympic distance. Let's do it. It'll feel so quick and dirty, I won't know what to do with myself. Like, whatever it is, 2 hours, whatever it is. But we're so used to 4+ or 9+ or whatever that it'll feel like, wait, I'm home for breakfast. This is crazy. But I love it. It's also, I'm not underestimating how hard that is, and all the girls who do Olympic distance are amazing. And
awesome. Now let's look forward 3.5 weeks. You're heading to my hometown in Melbourne.
I'm so excited. Never been to Australia. Going to be 3 weeks in St. Kilda, not far from you. Hopefully hit up some swims and rides with you and everyone. And Luke Bell's there, former fellow Purple Patch guy, so I'm excited. He'll show me, Luke Bell, he'll show in Lucy. Lucy will be paddling next to us. It'll be great. Yeah. Oh,
you're going to love it. And the coffee. The coffee.
I need to get involved with that, and I expect a list from you 10 deep when I get back to my computer. So it's on. And cafes, like where's a good wine place? Namely coffee, wine, any good food, we're in.
I'm all over it.
All over it.
Brilliant. Now,
I can count on you.
Yeah, you definitely can. So speaking of Melbourne, 3 weeks in between the races, I know that, and we've spoken about it before, that Matt Dixon from Purple Patch likes to keep you guys not tapering too much, and your body responds quite well to that. What are you going to be doing in that 3 week period? Yeah, I should probably. I mean, when we've done 2 weeks apart, what works best we found for me, and it's so crazy. Everyone's so different. Like
if it weren't for Matt, I would like to race like every, other weekend. Just I'd love to race. That's why I do it for a living, right?
48 isn't enough.
Exactly. But I also know that's not, it's not healthy and conducive for your body. I mean, it's not like I'm getting any younger here. I'm 34 and I want to stay in my prime rather than, suddenly get chronic fatigue because I'm racing ridiculously. But I do race a lot because I love it, but also because Matt, I've been with him 7 years. He knows what works for me and what doesn't work for me. And we've found that as long as I recover properly right after this race, and that doesn't mean sitting, that's the thing, it doesn't mean just sitting there. It means actually keeping me moving, not anything hard, not like we do what we call MBK swims. It's 5, 6K, just like straight swimming, literally. That to me, which sounds crazy, is just super relaxing and such. So, or easier trainer workouts, stuff like that. So as long as I keep actually the engine moving, not zone 3, zone 4, but zone 1, zone 2, that helps me recover properly so that I can parlay that into a next race. So, and then once we recover in St. Kilda, I'll probably have, 10 days of some work, and then we dial it back down, but still keep the juice up. That's the thing is, even today, 2 days before, it's like, you have some juice in your workouts, and that works for me, but I also have seen and understand why that doesn't work for everyone, and they might need a proper taper and such. I've tried that before, and I was flat as a pancake on race day, so we have found that it doesn't work for me. Sometimes he has me swim 4 to 5K 2 days before a race, which some people find that, why would you do that? But for me, that seems to keep my engine open. And it's not like it's like heavy stuff, but it's just a little juice to keep the engine open, and it's helped me. I also love to swim. It's like my chi time, so I feel like it's good. Yeah.
So while everyone else is doing yoga, you're out in the pool.
Yeah, but then said, like, I'm not a big volume biker. We do a lot of intensity in my bike. So what we're doing this next month it's really different than I'm used to. I'll be biking a lot more outside and not as intensity. And so speaking of this testing, we're going to test how that will work in Melbourne. It could be great for me. It could be, we do better with some intensity riding, and it's not like we'll have intensity outside, but I do a lot of power-based training on trainers. Why you're letting me so kindly borrow a trainer, just because I'll need someone, then it's like an addiction, right? But
which I haven't told my boyfriend about yet, but I'm sure he'll be okay with it.
I hope he doesn't watch this. But no, really, it'll be great. Change is always good in our sport. We get so into routine, myself included, absolutely, that it's often good to just like variety is key for me in diet. Like I feel like if I ate the same things every day, it would just plateau and be, not only boring, but also your metabolism slows and everything. So just like with nutrition, I like to keep a variety as sort of king.
So New Zealand 48.
Yes.
Melbourne 49.
Yes.
What's the 50?
Good question, Steph.
I only ask the good questions.
I know. Well, we have Mount Treblanc on the schedule, and we're just gonna sort of feel out. As you know, we're chasing points and trying to set up the season for success, and having 16 races on the schedule. A lot of those aren't Ironman like they're used to be. Like not 16, but I'd have 4 or 5, let's say. And now if we have 3 on the schedule plus Kona, if we omit one and just race a lot of halves and these 5150. That will be really, really great. So it could be Kona, which would be cool to have your 50th Ironman be the World Championship if I'm lucky enough to get there. So it all will come. We're going to play that by ear.